A new marker in Marietta is honoring a Revolutionary War patriot, one whose service may not be as widely known, but made a lasting impact here in Washington County. It's part of the Daughters of the American Revolution's America 250 effort, recognizing underrepresented patriots who helped the fight for independence. The Marietta Chapter unveiled a black 250 marker at the grave of Mary Bird Lake in Rainbow Cemetery in Lowell. The DAR members say Lake served as a nurse during the Revolutionary War, caring for soldiers through disease outbreaks, including smallpox. They say her work was so significant that even George Washington recognized her service to the cause. After the war, DAR leaders say Lake continued serving others, helping the Marietta area during a smallpox epidemic and starting what they call the first Sunday school in the Northwest Territory. DAR members say they're grateful to recognize her legacy and hope the new marker helps more people learn the role women played in America's fight for independence.